The reincarnation of Pocahontas. Pocahontas is my 13th great-grandmother. My dad is related to her by blood, and my mother and grandmother on my mom's side are related to her through John Rolfe, her husband.
Hold on. I need to see something. Hold up. Hold on. That's black and white. I mean, when you get reincarnated, okay, whatever.
Are related to her through John Rolfe, her husband. I found this picture of Pocahontas on the internet, and I was already convinced spiritually that Pocahontas was there. I really wanted physical proof that I could be her. It just jumped out at me on Google. We have the same neck bone, we have the same nose shape, same cheekbones, the same ears.
Okay, that's just a picture that you took with makeup on. So I don't know what she's really talking about.
I was like, oh, well, this is real. If I go to the canal walk in my city and they're doing tours on the boats, I'll have flashbacks of men on the boat in red kind of shirts, sailing shirts, white pants, and black ship hats. And I'm just looking at normal people, and it'll just flash.
According to my calculations, Pocahontas, this was like 500 years ago. I'm almost 1,000% sure they were not wearing sailor boy clothes. Almost 1,000% sure.
Back and forth between reality and back then, and it's so weird. People
You know, the only thing that's weird is you thinking that you're a reincarnation of Pocahontas, because it's not. You're
looking
not.
at me like, what is she looking at? And I'm looking at them like, do you know who I am? Because I see who you are. I've lost a couple friends because of it.
Yeah, we know who you are. You're a 24-year-old who thinks that you're a reincarnation of Pocahontas.
I went to work one day with my makeup on. They had a huge problem with it. They made a scene saying I was going to cause controversy. It's very intense pressure. Knowing that you're reincarnated and being that person of who you are and reincarnated. Because then there's that story of everybody saying it's Pocahontas' fault why the colonists came and they stayed because she was so friendly. My purpose is to bring healing between the colonists and the natives. I want to be the portal for that.
Oh my goodness. I've almost lost all hope in humanity, to be honest, at this point. How retarded can you be? It's 2019. Like, look at your face. You don't look like Pocahontas. Oh, dude, I've lost all hope in humanity at this point. It makes no sense.
I also want to bring Pocahontas' reincarnation to the fullest and live her best life while I still have it.
I'm sorry?
Please help my daughter.
Please, roast
You
her.
think I'm crazy?
Yes,
Now
I
you think
do.
I'm a...
What,
did
what
that just
do
make
you
your
think
feeling
about
worse?
that?
Oh my god. Boy, if you get your Dory freaking times 90 age head ass.
I asked
She's
her.
not wrong that she is 13th generation direct descendant of Pocahontas.
And that's on John Rolfe's side.
No, Pocahontas and John Rolfe had children.
Right.
One of them is our ancestor.
Oh, now it's a different story.
It's not a different
What do you mean it's
story.
not a different story?
And this happens all the time, that she misremembers.
I forgot to say, when she said when she looked at like a lake or something and she thought that she saw a boat and people on it, I'm pretty sure you're delusional and you need to go see a doctor.
Something
saying.
and then thinks that we're lying. because it's changed in her mind.
Are you
and-
sure that you guys aren't just delusional? Because I'm going off what you're telling me.
Oh my god. She's calling other people delusional. Hold on. She's calling other people delusional.
Then there's that story.
But she's wearing makeup. Like, I have no offense to people's culture, but look at this dude. Like, please help of me. She's not even wearing makeup. I don't think she ever did. I think delusional people wear makeup and think that they're other people when they're not. That
Let's just assume, for argument's sake, just purely hypothetically, that reincarnation is a thing, and that she is Pocahontas reincarnated. Why
that perversion smile.
would that interfere with you having a job and being a contributing member of society? And how would that explain you being combative with people? And it just doesn't add up.
Dude, Dr. Phil just brought something to my mind because he's low-key a god. But the thing is really, nobody cares if you're Pocahontas or not. Pocahontas was like 300,
Sounds like a
200
very
years ago.
convenient excuse for not pulling your own weight.
Exactly.
I don't think so. I have to disagree with that.
Well, you can disagree with it, but the facts suggest that you use it as an explanation for why you're not
Dr. Phil with the facts. Dang, Dr. Phil, you're out here with the
accepted
facts.
by society, and you paint your face up and go to work, and they don't.
I only did that one time.
Well, I would
and
think it would only take once. This how you
was-
show.
that's
This
not
is how you
fair.
showed
so,
up
you know,
for
that
work.
I was very upset about it. Yeah,
Right.
that is how I showed up for work. I was very upset about it, and instead of just me not saying anything and letting it distract me from my job, I just I didn't see anything different. I just went ahead and did my job like I was.
If you're gonna wear makeup and think like you're Pocahontas, at least look like you're Pocahontas. Because I'm almost 100,000% sure they didn't have this hairstyle that's cut off.
So I didn't see anything different. I just went ahead and did my job like I was supposed to. I just had on face paint. I didn't see
I just had on face paint, she says. If you rewind, she says, oh, never mind.
any difference in it.
Yeah. Well, how'd that work out for you?
I left.
Dang. Dr. Phil with the facts. That one was kind of dry though, so we're gonna have to watch another one. Sister abused, the sister of abused girl says parents called her that girl, it, or the problem. Dang, Dr. Phil with the clickbait? Dr. Phil really does have that. This was a year ago. Oh my goodness, am I late?
Growing up, I never
Okay, what is this? 720p?
really knew how bad it was, but I didn't know the extent of it. The house was very chaotic. Barbie and Kenny, they would fight all the time. It would get physical and they would scream. The house was always dirty and laundry was piled up. Barbie would go and get bags of discounted clothes instead of doing laundry.
Who names their kid Barbie? You can change your name when you're adult, so that means she liked the name. Who names? I know you could be. I'm just an opinionated prick, whatever. I'm just gonna show.
My mom, Barbie, never really cleaned the house. It was filthy. None of us really bathed regularly. We didn't get our hair washed, and we had lice so bad. The dishes were always dirty, and sometimes we'd just throw those away. My parents would refer to Lauren as that girl, the problem, or it. We knew that she was our sister, but we were closed off from her. My
That's not fair. Like, you can't do that as a kid, but okay.
brothers and sisters would refer to her as that girl, and they would say that girl is screaming. My brothers and sisters and I were completely brainwashed into thinking that Lauren deserved to be in the closet. I remember the inside of the closet was just nasty. It smelled horrible, like urine. I could actually smell the closet from inside my parents' bedroom. We would always hear Lauren scream. I feel like Ken and Barbie treated Lauren like an animal. I remember sneaking into Ken and Barbie's room and going into the closet. I remember feeding her dog food, but that's all we had. Another time, Lauren told me that she was really hungry, and so I gave her a tub of butter. She just took it from me so fast. That says a lot about how much Barbie and Ken starved her. I got caught because they saw the tub in the closet when they got home. I was so scared that Barbie and Kenny were gonna hurt me, so I stopped trying to give food to Lauren. I wish that it would have been me. Looking back on it, I would have traded places with her in a heartbeat, but I can't.
Blake, thank you for being here.
That's a sad story.
This is
That's really
obviously a horrific.
sad. It makes me really mad, like, of parents who, like, don't take care of their kids. Like, I don't want to be one to, like, make you guys depressed, but it's just so mean. Like, on a serious note, like, you can't just have a kid and go through all that struggle and then not take care of them. And then people will be like, they'll be millionaires, and then one day, if they're alive, if their parents take care of them enough, they'll be millionaires one day. And their parents will try to be leeching on them, and the kids say yes, and that just is what makes me really mad. That people aren't smart enough to take care of their own kids, but they're gonna complain about the struggles that they have. Like, your kid should always come first. That's just disgusting.
Situation, as you know. What's the age difference between the two of you?
3 years. I'm 26 and she's 23.
Okay, so when she was 2, you were 5.
Yes, sir.
And so you were a child at the same time. And how much were you told about her, and how much did you know? What did you understand, and what were you told?
Mostly, my parents, they would always, come up with some kind of excuse as to why, she wasn't in the living room with us or eating with us. They would always say that she was being bad. We didn't know what that meant, but we knew that whatever it was pretty bad because it caused her to be away from us.
And how many others were in the home?
There were 6 of us in total. I was the oldest, Lauren's the next, and then we have 4 younger brothers and sisters. My job was pretty much to take care of them. My parents, they didn't ever really take care of them. They always had me do everything. If they were angry, they immediately just went to the back bedroom. They didn't really conversate with us. They just sent us, away, put us in a room, made us, just be quiet and stay away from them.
Were they abusive with you?
Yes, sir. I mean, not to the extent of Lauren, but they were abusive.
And did they beat you? Was it verbal, physical? How did they treat you?
My stepdad, Kenneth, he used to, if my younger brothers and sisters, if they ever got in trouble, I normally got the rep for it. And he had a paddle, and he would normally tell me, like, go put on as many pairs of pants or panties that you had, and he would just go to town on me until he just wasn't angry anymore. And it could have been anything. It could have been a bad day at work, and we didn't get along, so I think that was a lot of it too.
I bet you drugs and alcohol is the main stem of this right now. 1,000% sure that this is the main stem. Don't mind the squeakiness of my chair, though. I'm sorry.
And how did they refer to Lauren?
They would call her that girl or it or the problem. They never used her name.
Did you have a relationship with her?
I did not.
When they were gone and she was in the closet, would she make noise?
She would either be crying or she would be singing along to the music that was on the radio.
Okay, so Lauren can
And
talk, at least.
there was a closet door There was a closet door, and then there was a table in front of it, right?
It was, I believe it was like a dresser. Yes, sir.
They blocked the door after you gave her some food, right?
Yes, sir.
Up until then, it was just locked.
Yes, sir.
Why did you give her the food?
Because she was really hungry and she was crying, and I knew that, I knew what it felt like to be hungry, but she needed me and I did it.
That's like not even fair. Lost all hope in humanity by now.